Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is to be willing to make changes as necessary. It's like things are always going to be unpredictable, the unknown, or the future, I should say. Why? Because if everybody knew exactly what was going to happen always, then, that'd be a pretty boring life to begin with. But mainly is that there's the unknown, so there's always things that you will not know and won't be able to predict, people. And as you go after your goals and dreams, people, I just want to share with you that, you always want to be updating as you reflect, It's like as time goes by, if you're exploring the unknown, you want to reflect on the progress that you have made or the lack thereof, and then revise your plan, which requires you to make changes as necessary, because at the end of the day, the whole goal is to accomplish the goal that you have set for yourself. So I don't want you to get caught up in just trying to do everything a certain way, because if the way is not producing the results you want, it's a fool's errand to continue to do that. So I want you to develop the habit of reflecting, it's periodically. I don't know what that looks like for you. Maybe it's monthly, maybe it's every quarter, maybe it's every 6 months, maybe it's every year. If you ask me, depending on how new it is, it might be every day. And there's nothing wrong with that. My point that I'm trying to get at, though, is that the most important thing as you pursue your goals and dream, people, is to be effective. And effectiveness, can only come from a point of reflection and revision, So if things are going great after you reflect on it, then you got to start figuring out what are the things that are really working for you, and double down on those. And the things that are not as effective, then you can get rid of those and replace those with new strategies that you can try. Now, if things are really not going your way, people, then it's pointless to continue to do something that does not work. That's really the definition of crazy, is doing something that is not going to yield the results you want, especially when you know about it. So my point today, people, is that I want to challenge you to really develop the habit of, again, revising your plan when things are not working out the way you want it to go. So you have to think about, okay, if it's not working, then come up with my mentality, people, is that there's always 10 solutions for every problem. I mean, I've heard that since I was about 18, 19 years old, and I've lived by that principle since then. Now, that's not to say you're going to come up with 10 new ideas, but you know what? I don't care if you come up with 1, 2, or 5. Bottom line is that by you pushing yourself to create new plans and ideas, then you're no longer stuck, because now you got something new that you can apply and see how that turns out for you. And I want you to continue that process over and over, use your mind to create the ideas, implement the ideas, and reflect on the ideas over a period of time, and keep making adjustments. And you never stop doing that, people. I don't care. You never stop doing that, because in life, and my philosophy also is that if you're not growing and moving forward, then realize that you're moving backward. Why? Because the whole world is consistently, on a daily basis, changing, especially with technology. So you don't have the luxury of just not progressing, people. You must be growing. You must be progressing on a daily basis, mentally, physically, and otherwise. You know what I mean? But that's really the message today, people, is that I want you to reflect periodically of the actions, reflect on what you're doing, and just being willing and able to make the adjustment and changes that are necessary so that you can see your goals and dreams materialize, With that being said, people, that is indeed the message today. My declaration over your life, number 1, is that you are a millionaire. Number 2, people, is that you're married to the person of your dreams. And number 3 is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life. My prayer for you today, people, is that, you really focus on this new strategy I give you today of reflecting over your life, reflecting on the plans that you have to accomplish your goals and dreams, and really look back and see, okay, how have that been working out for you over the last 6 months, over the last year? And really and truly, if it's not the result you want, people, just realize that you must change what you're doing on a daily basis in order to see a new future presents itself for you. You know what I'm saying? I really want you to get that, people, because again, I want you to have an amazing life on this earth. With that being said, people, y'all have an amazing day, and we'll talk tomorrow.